Our music teachers have definitely demonstrated some resilience in this, reimagining ways that they can do some of what they used to do in their classrooms.
Yes, to live off of a cart or two. You know, every day too, I just have to be ready to be flexible. Like, I might have a great morning and then it seems like, well, it's getting a little windy. I don't think we can be outside anymore. And so we have to adapt and do what we can inside and just change. So I'm making like a list of different activities, and my lesson plans might change that day, it might change that hour, so you just don't know. They were learning their first two chords, C major and A minor, so a happy chord and a sad chord, and I tie that in with an old children's book called Fortunately, Unfortunately. Fortunately, he landed in water. Unfortunately, there were sharks in the water. Or at least trying to adapt and trying to come up with new ways of thinking, well, what did I do in the past, and then how can I adapt that for this year?
So we've moved outside so we can make room and make sure that we have 6 feet around each of our students, and it's been a big adjustment in terms of the wind, so we have to make sure that we have clothespins with us or something to weigh down our music. And students have to adjust because when you play outside, it sounds a lot different than, when you're in a classroom.
We are on an AB hybrid day, so all of our classes are split over 2 days. So in terms of our music ensembles, that means they are each half-sized, which gives us a lot of advantages and a couple of challenges to work through. We're doing a lot more work outside. That is the safest possibility. Free air and lots of space to move around. So we've been experimenting a lot more with a cappella singing and just finding music that lends itself to our smaller numbers that we wouldn't have necessarily been looking at maybe in a traditional year.
I am very glad that we can still have music class, and despite all the crazy chaos from the pandemic and everything, it's nice to be able to have a period where you can come just sing and relax and do what you love.
For me, I have a really heavy academic schedule, so it's really nice for me to have one period of the day that's just fun. I can be with my friends and I get to sing, which I love doing a lot. So it's really nice that they found a way to still do that for us.
Music takes different shapes, different forms. There are so many ways to make music that are not traditional, and we're looking at ways to keep music going in the schools to support our community and their musical efforts.
It's changed quite a bit, but we're very thankful and lucky that we have a space outside where we can practice safely.
You can just see how happy the kids are to be back and feel like they're in this routine and they're back together. And even though things might look a little different, they have adapted amazingly, and so I feel like we owe it to them to do the same.
Our job is to provide a music education using music as a verb versus a noun.
I think the overall mood is, even with the challenges and the things that are different and small numbers and all of that, they're happy to be with their friends and making music.